Rich Rodriguez is doing an exceptional job at Arizona. The Wildcats are more relevant than they've been since their Desert Swarm days of the early 90s. But Arizona fooled a bunch of us in winning the Pac-12 South Division, and I believe there were a bit of smoke and mirrors and Scooby Wright involved on the defensive side of the football in 2014. I was scratching my head in how the Wildcats navigated USC, UCLA, Arizona State, and even Utah last year in winning that division to get to the Pac-12 championship game, and then were completely exposed by not just Oregon, but also against Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl. This is a decent football team. It's a fun football team to watch, but as UCLA displayed tonight, Arizona is not prepared to play with the best in the Pac-12. Mark Rogers TV just minutes after UCLA wrapped it up in the desert, 56-23. So some key performers for the Bruins out of the gate. Let's discuss Jordan Payton. Knee issues, didn't start the game, didn't see action until later in the first quarter, responded. 7 catches for $136 and a touchdown. Devin Fuller had a punt return of 29 yards that was key in setting up a UCLA touchdown after the Bruins were down 7-0 early. Paul Perkins, lightly regarded, back on the national scene again with a productive day. 24 carries for 85 yards and 3 touchdowns. He can also do some damage out of the backfield, although he had just 1 catch in this game. Arizona came out, looked good on offense, completed the touchdown pass from Manu Solomon, and they were off and running as they were last year. 7-0, and the Wildcats lost that one 17-7 as the Bruins completely shut them down after the first drive of the game. Much the same in this year's game, although Josh Rosen and company much more productive on offense than Brett Hundley and his crew in 2014. The Bruins, let's see, 42-14 at the break. Josh Rosen, 19 of 28 for 264 and 2 touchdowns. And no, I didn't watch the fourth quarter, but I was locked in for the first half. And despite the loss of Miles Jack, Eddie Vanderdoes, a top defensive end for the Bruins, and Fabian Moreau, the Bruins looked good on defense in regards to what they were able to do in the red zone. Arizona had the read option working, should have stuck with it more. The numbers show us that. 353 rushing yards for Arizona, but they got behind. Anu Solomon sustaining a head injury in the second quarter, leaving the game, even though the Bruins were in a dominant place at that point. It certainly didn't help the comeback cause. Jeremy Randall just not able to threaten a defense throwing the football, and when he does, he's basically throwing nice tight spiral, nice fastball, but he has no idea the progression, the decision that he's making, or where that thing's going to go. He threw a bad pick in this game and was 4 of 16. Jeremy Randall in relief of Anu Solomon. We hope Anu Solomon is good to go and the head injury turns out to be nothing significant. Arizona also had issues with the ball exchange, with the snap from center, which cost them a number of not necessarily turnovers, but it cost the Wildcats in terms of running plays, messed up the timing of the plays, and hurt them early in the game. And they also had a botched play that set up a fumble. UCLA was off and running, completed that drive to make it 28-7. Ishmael Adams, in his first appearance for the Bruins this season, the junior second-team All-Pac-12 performer from last season, made his presence known with an interception in the first half that led to, of course, what UCLA ended every drive doing, and that's scoring 6 points. UCLA wins at 56-23. The Bruins stay in the top 10. They stay undefeated. The Wildcats still have a number of opportunities to make themselves relevant in the Pac-12 South race. Would love to hear what you have to say about Arizona. I did not see a defensive front that could stand with the better teams in the Pac-12. If you have a explosive offense in the Pac-12 and give up 40 points per game, you're going to be a bowl team. You're going to be a postseason team, and you're going to scare a few really good teams. But to be a serious contender in the Pac-12, you need that explosive offense, yes. Unless you're Stanford, then you need a productive offense and the defense. But you need to play better defense, not dominant defense. Outside of possibly Utah, I don't know that we have dominant defense in the Pac-12. We have very few across America. But you need decent defense. You need willing defense. Arizona got pushed up and down the field by the UCLA offensive line. They were not willing tacklers. They are not tough and tenacious enough on defense. That's my take on UCLA and Arizona. Need to hear from you now on Mark Rogers TV.